Hi everyone, I wanted to show you how you can go beyond just getting to the Google Classroom because there are actually a lot of other things that you can do with your Google account, and I wanted to show you a few of those things today. So anytime you open Google Chrome, that's one of our web browsers, up here in the top right corner you're going to see this little set of icons here. Um, this, if I hover my mouse over it, should say Google Apps. We have Gmail, images, and here is a little picture of my picture right here. Now yours will not have a picture if you're signed in, but it should have your initials in there. So you'll actually know if you're already signed into your Google account if your initials are over here in the corner. If you're not in here, I can click on this and I can go ahead and click sign in. Of course, this is showing that I am already signed in. So if I click on my Google Apps menu, I can see a lot of different things here, such as Gmail, which is your email account. Now last week we went to Google Classroom. That is one of your apps. So if I click on that, that will take me to the Google Classroom. Of course, mine is going to look different than yours because I have the teacher view. I can see all of my classes on here. But let's say that you don't click on Classroom. Let's say you go to your Drive. Basically, this is an online place for storage. It's like a hard drive, which is where the word drive comes from. So in here, it has saved all of my files. This is an online storage place. So anything that you work on in Google Classroom is going to show up in here in your drive. So that's why when we say we're working on something in the classroom, it saves automatically. That is where it goes. There's also something called Docs. So if you click on Docs, you can find those documents that we were working on last week, such as, let's see if I can find it. Here it was. The first assignment. There's a whole lot of them, it looks like. So if you were working on something, you would see it in here inside of Docs. So I know I just showed you quite a few things, but I just wanted you to know, as long as you are signed in, and if you find this Google Apps menu, or it kind of looks like a waffle, you can click on that and go to anywhere that your Google account can take you, because it signs you into a lot of different things. So let's go back here real quickly to our first assignment. And let's say that I go ahead and I type in my name, type in Miss Herman. Now, show you a few things about how the Docs works is up here at the top, you have the name. Usually it'll say your name and then first assignment up here at the top. That's what it saves as. You always have file if you want to download it or make a copy. Any sort of editing, how you want to look at your page, if you want a ruler up on top here, if you would like some other sort of different views, if you want to insert image, anything like that. So there are some different options there. Now, some basic places to start. I had asked you to see if you can change the size or color of your name. So right up here in our toolbar, this is your undo. So if you make a mistake, all you have to do is press undo. Let's say I didn't want my name there. I just press undo. Oh, maybe I did want it there, so I can press redo. I can click and drag my mouse over my name, and I can go ahead here and change the font. Now the font is how your words look. Kind of like lobster, so I'll make it lobster. This is your font size. The bigger the number, the bigger the words. And then let's see, color. So this can make it bold, italicized, underlined. Here's our text color. So I can change it to be a different color. I could even highlight it if if I wanted to. That is an option. So these are just some simple places for you to start. I encourage you to see what you can figure out here with some of these things. Usually if you hover your mouse over it or try and decode what the image is showing you, you can usually figure out what some of these things will do. And remember, if you make a mistake, all you have to do is press undo. So real quick here, I noticed some of you last week as you were typing, usually this flashing line is indicating where we can type. Many of you started typing your name up here, or you deleted all this stuff. I would rather you keep the directions there. Instead, you take your mouse and you click after this, the end of that word, and then you press enter. And that's going to move you down a line. You can't just usually click anywhere you want to go. You have to go to the end of the text and then press enter and move that down. So there are some tips for you. We'll be exploring some more about how Google Docs works. So I encourage you to try several different ways of how to write your name. So I'm going to go ahead and try this again and then go ahead and experiment with doing it a different way. Okay? Alrighty then.